Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna sew this piece here. I just wanted to say, as you can see, my sewing is not exactly perfect straight. I don't believe, I'm gonna sew this again. Don't believe I have ever had a perfectly straight line on my sewing. Somehow the material just moves and I just can't get a perfect, there's no such thing as perfect anything in this world. I can't, any of my quilts have never, I can say, never have been perfect. You can't have perfection. So if you're worried about getting things perfect, don't. Because it can't be done. There is no such thing as perfection. Something is always messed up. And my grandmother said, if it doesn't have mistakes in it, it's not homemade. So there you go. But it looks fine after you sew it. I need to trim off a little bit on this edge. But I'm just trying to tell you, if you're worried that things aren't exactly perfect, don't worry about it, because it's never going to be exactly perfect. It's just not possible. So you just work with what you got. I can't seem to get a exactly perfect straight line when I'm sewing. It's always a little crooked, and really nobody notices it. You don't notice it after the quilt is put together. So just sew your projects and enjoy the finished quilt when you're done with it. All right? I just know that there have been ones who have questioned, how do you get a perfect sew line? And I don't really get a perfect sew line. I can pin it. I can mark it 1/4 of an inch with my little pencils. But as it is, my hands or the sewing machine will pull the material will inadvertently move, so you never get a perfect sew line. It's just, I feel, not possible, but the quilt will look just as good when you're done sewing it. There is my finished pieces over there that I sewed together. These are house shoes, so they're clean. So this is where I have it laid out here, and I'm trying to make sure that it's going to fit. And I still have 1/4 of an inch sew line that I need to put on here. Like right here. I'm going to sew these together. Okay, so want to make sure my little dots are all going in when I lay this out. Okay, and I'm going to put this together and take it to the machine. And that way you can see again what I'm doing. See, this bubble fabric is just a little bit hard to work with, is all I'm saying. it will move and shift, and it's stretchy, and so you may not always get a great sew line. On 2 pieces of cotton or 2 pieces of matching flannel, they kind of stick to each other because they're flat, and it's easier to make a nice straight sew line. But even on these fabrics, I still, if you're sewing 2 pieces of the same type of cotton together, smooth cotton, I still have a hard time getting a nice straight line. Even if I mark it, even if I pin it, I mean, it helps to pin it. I don't always mark it with my pencil and draw a 1/4 of an inch line on it. I use my little presser foot to look at. So it's just a struggle to get a perfect. I mean, the word perfect isn't even one of my vocabulary words, really, because I can't get perfect. And I don't believe anybody else can either. See here, I think I'm going to adjust that again. I mean, I try my best to get everything straight. If you rush, you do mess up more. I have to say that. But all you can do is try your best. Do your best. Don't worry about trying to get perfection, because perfection is not real. Nobody's perfect. What we make is not perfect. So don't worry yourself over it, is what I'm saying. Okay, here I go. I'm going to sew this. I will try to go as slow as possible, and I will try to fuss with the material, and that's about as perfect as I can get, and that's not perfect. So, just don't worry yourself. Do the best you can do, and it still will turn out fine. Sometimes you have to make tweaks or adjustments, yeah, but I can't say that I have ever made anything perfect. All right, here is my finished border. It's not perfect, but it looks good. It still goes from end to end, and it'll sew on the other border nicely. I'm not to that point yet. I want to do the side borders over there. I still have to do each side. I did the top and the bottom. So I'm going to work on those today. I just wanted to give you a little view of what I'm working on right now and explain a few things about it. So, all right, I just do a border at a time. I do write down on my paper ideas of how big I want each border, so that I know how big my quilt will be when it's finished. But I don't always stick to the exact numbers, because sometimes those will change depending on what I think it looks like as I put it together. So I wanted to do another sort of a quick quilt. So when I have a center piece that I don't have to piece together, and all I have to do is make borders on it, then it's a quicker project. It's easier to piece it together. And then I do more knotting instead of all quilting. So that's quicker that way too. But I am going to end my video here, and I will talk to you guys later, and keep sewing and have fun doing it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.